Welcome back to Days. Today we will learn about the issue exploding between Holly Jonas and Sophia Choi as a ruthless, calculated war brews, and how Sophia's escalating scheme could push Holly to the very edge before the truth comes roaring back. Brewing confrontation. A seemingly ordinary shift at the Brady pub turns into a powder keg when Holly and Tate unexpectedly cross paths with Sophia, cracking the fragile peace around their rekindled romance. What begins as awkward small talk quickly morphs into a charged triangle, as Sophia's history with Tate, and her unresolved obsession, slips through her veneer and sets the tone for a public face-off. Marking territory. Holly doesn't hesitate to draw a bright line in front of Sophia, leaning into a bold, possessive move that telegraphs a clear message: Tate is strictly off-limits. The preview shows Holly kissing Tate right in front of Sophia, a dramatic territorial claim paired with a warning that any attempt to steal her boyfriend will be met with fire. The warning shot. "If you think you're gonna steal my boyfriend, you'd better think again," Holly fires off in the weekly preview, an emotional flash that reveals both her fear and her growing instinct to protect what she and Tate have rebuilt. But the risk is obvious. This kind of public staking can backfire, especially against an opponent who thrives on escalation and already has sabotage in motion. Sophia's obsession deepens. Sophia's feelings for Tate never cooled, they curdled into fixation, with her behavior sliding from interference into full-on stalker tactics to engineer proximity and control. Spoilers underscore that she's angling for jobs and spaces that keep her near Tate, scheming for time alone and ignoring every boundary that Holly tries to set. The sinister blueprint. Beyond jealousy, Sophia is crafting a surgical takedown, a staged scandal aimed at ripping Holly's image to shreds and detonating Tate's trust. Reports and preview chatter point to a disturbing setup. Sophia allegedly gets Holly unconscious, poses her partially undressed in bed, and snaps incriminating photos designed to imply cheating and moral collapse. Commentary circulating around the summer previews even floats the possibility that Sophia uses drugs to incapacitate Holly, turning a romantic rivalry into a psychological thriller. Weaponizing reputation. This is not a spur-of-the-moment smear, it's a methodical campaign where fabricated images become the ammunition to isolate Holly and redirect Tate's anger. The plan appears to leverage anonymous leaks or targeted delivery at maximum emotional impact, reframing Holly as reckless and unfaithful while casting Sophia as the sympathetic rescuer. The baby deception. Underpinning Sophia's drive is a deeper lattice of lies. Most chillingly, the baby storyline she manipulated to keep Tate off balance and tethered. Multiple reports detail how Sophia left her newborn in a safe haven box, then spun a fabricated narrative about a girl placed with adoptive parents, blocking Tate's access and muddying timelines to keep control. Cracks in the cover story. That narrative is starting to fray. Brady Black is quietly probing Sophia's account, convinced crucial facts about the baby are missing or misrepresented. New speculation suggests Holly may be the one to untangle the truth, spotting inconsistencies about the baby's sex, the supposed adoptive family, and a possible connection to a local firehouse drop that could lead to Tate's child. The pub flashpoint. Back in the moment, the Brady pub encounter isn't just an awkward run-in, it's a line in the sand that gives Sophia exactly what she wants, proof Holly is rattled and a reason to double down. Holly's bold kiss may galvanize Sophia's counterattack, intensifying a rivalry that moves from public posturing to private sabotage. A campaign of proximity. Sophia's playbook thrives on access, same school, same job prospects, same hangouts, each step engineered to erode Holly's sense of safety and normalcy with Tate. By normalizing her constant presence and sowing tiny doubts, she sets the stage for bigger fabrications to land more convincingly. The staged scandal fallout. If the bedroom photos surface, the immediate blast will hit Holly: humiliation, confusion, and a scramble to prove innocence while fighting the fog of a drugged setup. For Tate, the emotional whiplash could be devastating, especially given their rocky past and Sophia's history of inserting crises at precisely the wrong moment. Ari's plea and the moral line. Amid the chaos, Ari Horton emerges as a voice of conscience, urging Sophia to let go and stop weaponizing pain for attention and control. But Sophia's trajectory suggests she's crossed a moral line. This isn't about romance anymore, it's about power, vengeance, and rewriting the narrative so that only her version survives. Tate and Holly's resolve. Ironically, adversity has a way of crystallizing real bonds. Previous crises have already drawn Holly and Tate closer and proven they function well under pressure. If they weather the immediate storm, especially if Holly exposes the photo setup, their relationship could emerge more resilient than before, undercutting Sophia's endgame. The investigation widens. As Brady keeps digging and Steve Johnson provides muscle-level due diligence, Sophia's carefully arranged storylines may unravel faster than she anticipates. If the safe haven truth surfaces, boy versus girl, false labor locations, and manipulated adoption details, public opinion could flip hard against Sophia, turning her from victim to architect. Sophia's endgame. Sophia's vow is unmistakable. Keep Holly away from Tate for good, no matter how many lies must be told or how many lives must be upended. From faked adoptions to staged bedroom scenes, she's escalating to extremes that signal a long-game siege rather than a passing feud. What's next? Expect more friction at the pub and campus, a sharpened smear offensive, and a mounting counter-investigation that chips at Sophia's credibility. Watch for small tells, timeline gaps, digital footprints around the photos, and witnesses who place Sophia near Holly at critical windows, as the truth claws its way into the light. Final shot across the bow. Holly's kiss may have started as a bold claim of love, but it has become a battle standard in a war Sophia thinks she can control. The danger for Sophia is simple. Once evidence ties the sabotage to her hands, the very scheme designed to destroy Holly could be the one that finally restores Tate's trust, and exposes Sophia's empire of lies. Next. Exciting twists and turns await in tomorrow's episode of Days of Our Lives. Dear readers, if you're a longtime fan of the beloved soap opera Days of Our Lives, you know that every episode brings a whirlwind of emotions, secrets, and surprises. For those of us who have followed the residents of Salem through thick and thin, through heartbreaks, triumphs, and everything in between, tomorrow's installment promises to be another gripping chapter in this timeless drama. Airing exclusively on Peacock, the show continues to captivate audiences with its intricate storylines and memorable characters. In this article, we'll delve deep into what's coming up, expanding on the key moments to give you a fuller picture. We'll explore the tensions, the awkward mishaps, and the family dynamics that make Days of Our Lives so addictive. So, grab a cup of tea, settle into your favorite chair, and let's discuss the drama unfolding in Salem tomorrow. First, let's talk about Belle Black, played by the talented Martha Madison. Belle has always been a strong, principled woman, navigating the complexities of her family ties and romantic entanglements with grace and determination. Tomorrow, she takes center stage as she issues a stern warning to Philip Kyriakis, portrayed by Jean-Paul Lavoisier. Philip, the charismatic yet often impulsive heir to the Kyriakis fortune, has a history of making bold moves that land him in hot water. Remember those times when his schemes backfired spectacularly, leaving ripples throughout Salem? Well, it seems history might be repeating itself. Belle's warning isn't just a casual chat, it's laden with drama and urgency. As Philip's ex-wife and someone who knows him inside out, Belle senses trouble brewing. Perhaps Philip is getting too entangled in risky business dealings or romantic pursuits that could endanger himself or others. Imagine the scene. Belle, with her piercing eyes and resolute voice, corners Philip in a quiet corner of the Brady pub or perhaps at the Kyriakis mansion. She might say something like, "Philip, you're playing with fire, and if you don't stop now, everything you've built could go up in flames." This confrontation could stem from Philip's recent alliances or his involvement in family feuds that have been simmering for months. For viewers over 65 like us, who appreciate the depth of long-term character arcs, this moment reminds us of the classic soap opera trope where loved ones step in to prevent disaster. Will Philip heed her advice, or will his stubborn streak lead to even more chaos? It's the kind of suspense that keeps us tuning in day after day. Moving on to another highlight of the episode, Jada Hunter's awkward encounter with Alex. Jada, brought to life by a skilled actress, is the no-nonsense detective who's often caught in the crosshairs of Salem scandals. Tomorrow, she finds herself in a situation that's equal parts embarrassing and hilarious, a true testament to the show's blend of drama and light-hearted comedy. Alex, played with charm and mischief, has been trying to spice up his relationship with Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, by reenacting steamy scenes from her erotic novels. Stephanie, an aspiring writer with a vivid imagination, has penned these tales that add a modern, sensual twist to the storyline. But here's where things take a dramatic turn. Instead of surprising Stephanie, Alex's plan goes awry, and he ends up facing Jada in a state of undress, completely naked. Picture the shock on Jada's face as she stumbles upon this unexpected sight. Maybe she's dropping by the apartment for a routine visit or to discuss a case, only to walk into this mortifying mix-up. The awkwardness hangs in the air like a thick fog. Jada might stammer, "Alex, what on earth is going on here?" While Alex scrambles for a towel or an explanation, his face turning beet red. This isn't just a fleeting moment, it's drawn out for maximum impact, with fumbling apologies and hasty retreats that leave everyone flustered. Of course, this blunder could have lasting consequences. It might serve as a wake-up call for Alex, highlighting the need for more privacy in his budding romance with Stephanie. They've been sharing space with others, and this incident could push them to seek their own place, a cozy apartment where they can explore their relationship without interruptions. For us seasoned viewers, this scene echoes those classic comedic errors from the show's early days, like when characters walked in on unexpected trysts. It's funny now, but it adds layers to the characters. Alex's impulsive nature shines through, while Jada's professionalism is tested. Later, over coffee with friends, Jada might recount the story with a chuckle, turning embarrassment into a bonding anecdote. Yet, beneath the humor, there's a subtle drama. Will this affect Jada's view of Alex, or spark unintended jealousy from Stephanie? The episode masterfully balances levity with deeper emotional undercurrents. In a more uplifting development, Abe Carver, the steadfast patriarch played with warmth and wisdom, announces that he has landed a lucrative new job. Abe has been a pillar of the community in Salem for decades, serving as mayor, police commissioner, and more. His journey has been marked by resilience, especially after personal losses and health scares that tugged at our heartstrings. Tomorrow's revelation is a moment of triumph, a well-deserved reward for his enduring spirit. Imagine Abe gathering his loved ones, perhaps at a family dinner or a public event, to share the news. With a broad smile and a voice full of pride, he declares, "I've been offered a position that's not only rewarding but will allow me to make a real difference." What could this job be? It might involve consulting for a major corporation, leading a charitable foundation, or even stepping back into politics with a high-profile role. The lucrative aspect suggests financial stability, which could mean more security for Abe and his family after years of ups and downs. This announcement isn't just about the job, it's dramatic because it could shift alliances in Salem. Will it draw envy from rivals, or open doors to new storylines involving corporate intrigue? For an audience like ours, who values stories of perseverance in later life, Abe's success is inspiring. It reminds us that new opportunities can come at any age, and his character embodies the grace of aging with purpose. Shifting gears to family matters, we have young Ari Horton, portrayed by Marissa Reyes, making a heartfelt request involving her mother, Gabby Hernandez, Sherry Jimenez. Gabby has always been a firecracker, fierce, ambitious, and no stranger to controversy. Lately, she's been embroiled in a steamy love triangle that's the talk of Salem, pulling in Philip Kyriakis and Xander Cook Kyriakis, Paul Telfer. Xander, with his brooding intensity and checkered past, adds an extra layer of danger to the mix. Ari, wise beyond her years, approaches her uncle Javi Hernandez, Al Calderon, for details about Gabby's complicated romantic web. Javi, ever the gossip enthusiast, might eagerly spill the beans, but Ari isn't one to be fooled. She knows her mother like the back of her hand and quickly senses that Gabby's actions are part of a clever scheme. Perhaps Gabby is using the triangle to manipulate outcomes in a business deal or to settle old scores. After all, her history with the Kiriakis men is fraught with betrayal and passion. The drama escalates when Ari confronts Gabby directly, demanding answers. "Mom, why are you targeting Philip and Xander? What's really going on?" Ari might say, her voice trembling with a mix of concern and frustration. This moment is charged with emotion. Gabby, caught off guard, could deflect with excuses, but Ari's intuition cuts through the lies. For viewers who've watched Gabby evolve from a troubled youth to a formidable woman, this family showdown highlights the generational tensions that make soaps so relatable. It could lead to tears, revelations, and perhaps a strengthening of their bond, or further rifts if secrets spill out. Javi, hovering in the background, adds comic relief with his wide-eyed reactions, but the core is dramatic, a daughter's quest for truth in a world of deception.